Hey everyone, I'm Peyton Richardson and I've really been feeling led to share my testimony with you guys. So I'm going to share it. I hope it helps some people. And if anyone wants to reach out and talk after this, I'm always here. So the first school I started my collegiate volleyball career at was Kentucky State University. It was an HBCU. I loved it, but unfortunately my coach had to leave halfway through the season, and she coached us right. We ended up winning the conference championship still with no coach, and I made the all-tournament team, made second team all-conference. You know, we finished strong, but with her departure, which was sad, it was a lot of chaos, and we didn't get a new coach until July. So it was best for me to take my career elsewhere. And so I opened up my recruiting again, and the first school that really stood out to me was South Dakota State University. And I know you're probably all like, where is that even at on the map? Because that was my first thought. Never really thought about South Dakota at all. And then I planned a visit, and the more I was taking visits, the more I was talking to coaches, I was starting to feel like maybe South Dakota isn't for me. And so I canceled my visit. And that was in December. So 4 months later, in April, I'm talking to my dad, and I hadn't heard from the coach since I canceled the visit, so I'm thinking she hates me because I haven't talked to her. I canceled the visit. I mean, why would this even be a thing, So I'm talking to my dad, and I'm like, I really wish I gave SDSU a chance. As soon as I hang up the phone, first let me say, words have power. Just want to throw that out there. Words really do have power, so watch what you say. Words have power, and I hung up the phone, looked at the phone, and it was the coach from SDSU. And she's like, hey, found a home? So immediately I'm thinking, wow, what are the odds? And I felt like God was leading me to go take a visit and check it out. So I planned a visit. The day before my visit, I sprained my ankle terribly. I was on crutches, I was in a boot, and I'm supposed to be playing in open gym at SDSU to get a scholarship. They've never seen me play in person, so it's a big deal, and now I'm on crutches, so I'm stressed. So I text the coach, and she's like, still come. So I go, crutching through the airport by myself. Most stressful thing ever. I would not wish that on anyone. It sucked, hated it, but I made it, and I went on the visit. It's snowing there, it's icy, I'm on crutches. I'm just like, what else can go wrong right now? Like, what else can happen? But I end up loving the facilities. I like the staff, I like the community feel that SDSU gave me, and I felt like going there, I could really develop as a person and grow as a volleyball player, grow as a Christian, and I felt like those three things were very important to me. So, and also we were going to Italy the first year I got there. That was another highlight. But those main three things is what really made me want to commit to South Dakota State. So I got offered a full-ride Division I scholarship. They hadn't even seen me play in person, and I got offered a full scholarship. And I committed, and so I left Kentucky State the beginning of May, and I got to South Dakota about mid-May, towards the end of May, and I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone in the whole state, not in the whole city, not in any city in South Dakota, not in any city in North Dakota, not really any state near, so I felt all alone. Of course I have God, but I felt like, I'm seeing my friends and family on social media, talking to them, and everyone's having a blast, everyone's together, and I'm just all alone. I was depressed. I cried every day. For the first month I was there, almost month and a half, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day. It was a really low point in my life, but God got me through it. Every day I'm praying, I'm listening to worship music, I'm reading scripture and watching video, and I'm just trying to understand like why God placed me here. I felt led to go here, but I'm here and I'm depressed and I'm sad. So, I was just very confused. But I kept going. I didn't give up. And, as the season started approaching, we got more into the swing of things, and I joined FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, for those who don't know, and it's where you get together with a bunch of athletes and you talk about God, you talk about your sport, and you talk about both of them. And it really helped me grow as a woman. It helped me grow as a volleyball player. It helped me grow as a Christian. It strengthened my relationship with God. It made me focus on the court, and it allowed me to meet so many new people at SDSU. And it really, we did events. It was just a great opportunity, and I recommend it for anyone out there that has it at their school. If you don't have it, maybe start it, but it's a great way to really connect with athletes on, a Christian level, and it helps you focus. It really does, on your sport and God, and make new friends. So I got involved with that, and that was, I never heard of it until I got to SDSU. So it was just great to be a part of that. And we went to Italy my junior year, the first year I got there. We went for 10 days, and it was around my birthday. We went to 16 different cities. We played a few games. Italy is amazing. It's beautiful. I can't wait to go back, but that's just an experience that I would not have been able to experience if I didn't step out of my comfort zone, take that leap of faith where I was feeling led to go and go to SDSU. Everyone, I was hearing it from every angle. Everyone's like, South Dakota, you want to go to South Dakota? What is in there? Where is it even at? But I didn't listen to them. I listened to God, and of course I'm glad I did, because I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't go to SDSU, if I didn't take that step of faith, And my whole life I relied on my athleticism, but when I got to SDSU, I really had to develop the skill side of volleyball, and I did. And I ended up breaking school records in blocking. I ended up leading the conference in blocks per set my senior year, and my volleyball career really elevated because I was really able to focus on my craft, focus on God, focus on myself, and that is what I needed. That really is what I needed, and I'm so thankful that I kept going. And I look back all the time, and I just think about where I was at that low point, the summer going into my junior year, and how it changed, from then on all the way through until I graduated. I did a complete 360. I really did. And just to think, like, God truly brought me through that. He really did. So the moral of the story is to step out of your comfort zone. Don't worry about if people are going to be there. Don't worry about if you've been before, if it's familiar. You don't need to go someplace that's familiar all the time. You don't always need to be around familiar people. It's good to step out of your comfort zone. It's good to be alone, because honestly, when you're alone, that's how you really grow and work on yourself. And even in relationships, in general in life, you need to be comfortable with yourself. You need to love yourself first before you can love anyone else. And you'll truly never be alone, because you'll always have God. And so if people are thinking, I want to do this, but I don't want to be, uncomfortable, or I want to do this, but I know I'm going to be sad because no one's going to be there with me. So what? Go do it. Live your life. Time doesn't stop for anyone. And what you need to do is you need to pray about it first, always. And then ask God for guidance. Ask Him to lead you. Seriously, the world is so big. It's so much knowledge in the world, especially the era we live in with all this technology. It's so much. I met so many new people. I tried so many new foods at SDSU. I tried new things. I worked at an equestrian barn. Never would I have thought I would have worked with horses, but I did. And I moved hay, and it was just a lot, but it was an experience. And now I know I will never want to work on a farm, but it was an experience, and I got to experience it because I stepped out of my comfort zone. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You don't want to be around the same people, the same place, eating the same food, doing the same things. How are you going to grow? How are you going to experience different if you're always around the same things? It's good to explore. It's so much in the world, and I just want everyone to tap in, seriously. But thank you for listening, and I hope this helped. Stay tuned.